own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Thailand. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Saigon. I've been all around the world trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. All right, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Wow. Well, we got a few guests. Welcome. I want to welcome you guys here. Guests, partners, welcome to Your Solution. Your Solution and an answer with the world's #1 problem gambling interventionist. I feel really good today. We're going to have a really cool little program. I'm going to share one special tip with you that's going to help you take your life to the next level, my friends. I'm really excited. Time is going to go by very quick. I hope and pray that if you're here, you participate, ask question, do something. Get up, shake yourself, because, like they say, a bump on the log doesn't really get ahead in life. And man, if you're a struggling problem gambler, you're at the right place at the right time. This is all gambling and all life here. We're going to really focus more on gambling. I've kind of allowed myself a little bit to be persuaded just a tad bit, and maybe got a little distracted. So we're back online. I really, truly want to help you stop your bleeding. If you're hemorrhaging, if your life is hemorrhaging, you're at the right place. Welcome. All right, we're going to get started. I want to welcome those Bad Keith Gaming. Welcome. Laura, welcome. Jim, welcome. Sunny Khan, welcome. How to handle losing money? Well, that's a great question. We're going to take that on right there. How to handle losing money. As I said, if you hang out with me for the next 30 minutes or so, I promise to make your time worthwhile. I'm going to share a life hack that I used back, and I still use it, all the way back from 2014. You see, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want to stop the hemorrhaging in the lives of problem gamblers. #1. In 2014, my family and I, we went homeless. After 32 plus years of problem gambling, my family and I, we went homeless for about 5 months. It wasn't a good time. I lost thousands and thousands of hours wasted. And on top of that, I lost probably well over $800,000 wasted into the casinos. That was That was over a period of 32 years. In 2014, the blessing came into my life. I hit rock bottom. And I made a promise to myself. I vowed to myself that I would never walk and go back. I struggled, my friends. I struggled in 2014. I struggled in 2015. I struggled in 2016. I didn't quit automatically. But there was one life hack that I'm going to share with you guys. And I hope that you're taking notes tonight on this broadcast. I'm going to share one tip at the end of this broadcast that will literally change your life. So hang with me. So hang tight. All right. Mark, welcome to the broadcast. All right. We're dealing specifically with gambling on this broadcast. We really want to focus on gambling and mind power. Are you interested in having more mind power? I know I am. So let me see. I don't know, Sunny Khan. My friend, would you tell me where you're from? Could you tell me where you're from? I don't know any. Unless you want to, if you want to remain anonymous, just tell me. I'd rather remain anonymous. I'd like to know where you're from. Maybe your state, city, wherever, or you might be international. So, how to handle losing money? I'm not too sure what you're asking there. If you're losing money, are you gambling? Are you playing roulette? Are you playing card? What are you doing? How are you losing? Can you be more specific with me? DC native, welcome to the broadcast. Matt, let me see. Matt, welcome to the live broadcast. And again, I'm taking questions. This is all gambling, addiction, mind power. We're here together to help ourselves get elevated into that next level of living. Man, we got to get to that next level of living, my friends. I was in Las Vegas, of all places. In fact, if you notice, there's a picture I put up with me in the casino. I was at an event in Las Vegas where education, coaching, very, very high energy type program. And my friend, whom kind of like a client of mine, coaching client, he ended up renting a room at the Luxor. I don't know if you know what the Luxor is. It's right next to the Mandalay Bay where they had that tragedy. We were right smack next door to that place where many people, many lives were lost. Was it last year? Anyhow, I had to walk through the casinos. And I tell you what, my friends, it feels badass when you can walk through a casino and you don't have to sit at a table. Now, I'm not advocating to go walk through a casino, but it just so happened that that's the circumstances that I found myself in. What I have works. What I've been doing works. And I'm going to be sharing more tips and more tricks. If you're not signed up, if you're not Soldier Scribe to Soldiers of Self-Mastery, get there fast. Soldier Scribe. I'm going to be talking about more of these things. And by the way, we have a Facebook group also that we're developing. So join me. Be a part of this community. Let's stop the bleeding. Panzer, welcome to the program. Let me see. DMV. There was a young man that was asking a question, but I'm not too sure. Let me see. Losing money in gambling. So you're gambling. You're losing money in gambling. You want to hang around to the end of this broadcast for sure. All right, because I'm going to give you a really cool life hack. I'm going to actually show you how to use this life hack that is responsible for my success, is responsible for the world's #1 problem gambling interventionist. I'm going to be sharing that with you. So stick around. I'm not too sure exactly how you're losing money in gambling, but basically, it's, I would say, why are you losing or how are you losing it? And why are you going in there to lose money? If you're, listen to this, if you're losing money in a casino, right? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? You're losing money in a casino every week, right? Every week you're losing money in a casino. How much money adds up after about a month? Probably quite a bit. Now, logically, right? Thinking logically, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Of course, it doesn't make any sense to go into a casino and lose money, right? There's no sense in that. There's nothing good about that. There's no energy there. Yet, we find ourselves doing that over and over and over and over and over again. Now I'm going to go back, and I want you to just focus on the question Sonny Khan is sharing here. It doesn't make any sense, does it, my friends? Does it? You know what doesn't make any sense either? To try to walk across the freeway, any freeway. That makes no sense either. Some people are doing it. But, that concept, it just doesn't make any sense to go in but yet we do it. We go there, we keep going there. The hemorrhaging gets worse, the bleed. I mean, we're bleeding all over the place. Is that what's going on here, Sonny Khan? Here's what I would suggest, my friend. If you're not a part of this network here, Soldiers of Self-Mastery, I would encourage you to soldier scribe. I would encourage you to watch more of my videos. I would encourage you to join my email list, join my Facebook group. No cost. If you want to go further, take me on as your coach. I'll guide you through the process to help you get free. That's the other option that you have. Oh, no, the other option that you have is you can get yourself into a rehabilitation program for about 45 days or longer. That costs money. You give yourself up and you go into a program, you shut yourself in there for 45 days away from everything. That's another option. Most people don't want that option. I got a proverb I'm going to be reading here. Mark Cameron, welcome. Welcome. Brad, let me see. Laura, the trucking business. She says, I'm gamble free. How are you doing it, Laura? How are you staying gamble free, Laura? Share that with us. Share that wonderful tip with the rest of us here on the broadcast. How are you doing it, Laura? Brad, let me see. I got this question here coming up. Mark Cameron says, almost a month clean for me. Congratulations, man. Keep it going, brother. Keep it going. Sonny Khan, I'm not too sure if I answered your question completely. I'm not too sure. Let me know if there's more, okay? I'd like to help you, my friend. I really would. I've given you some information, but I can't twist your arm and I can't make you do it. If you want, like they say, when the pupil is ready, the teacher will appear. If you're ready to break free from that prison that you're in, connect with me. All right? Connect with me, my friend. Brad Keith, I have a question. How do you get over the anger of losing all that money? That's a great question. I feel so stupid losing all that money and being in debt for a long time now. Well, here's one of the things that I'm going to teach that I'm sharing in the GABA, the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy, which we're rebuilding, kind of rebranding. One of the key things that I talk about as a foundation, as a foundational step for you to become free, and this not only applies to gambling, is you have to come clean with yourself. You must get closure. In order for you to go forward, you have to get closure. What do I mean by that? You're going to have to do something, a ritual. You're going to have to make a confession to somebody, and you're going to have to make that final let go of whatever it is you're trying to hold on to that's causing you pain, that's causing you depression, the loss. The loss, you can write it down on a piece of paper. What were your losses? If you want to do this, this is what I do. This is what keeps me free every day. Write your losses, the pain. You put it down on, describe it. Because if you don't know what it is, you can't defeat anything. If you don't know where you're going in life, you can't defeat it. If you can't write it down on, you can't, there's nothing's going to happen. You're going to stay in confusion, my friend. That's exactly what's going to happen. So you have to get closure there. It's a bad Keith gaming. It's a condition of your mind. It is a decision of your mind. Let go or hold on. If you hold on, you know what the consequences are. If you let go, you know what the rewards are. Now, again, if you need help with something like this, search me out. Search out more of my videos. Go online, Google. How do you get free? How do you get rid of the past? How do you make a confession? You have to get creative with yourself to get past this bullshit because I'm telling you, man, this thing will suck you in. Gambling, the casino, the cards, all of it will suck you in, and it's all inside your head. It's all inside your head. That's where the battle needs to be won primarily. So what I just shared with you is actually one of the foundational steps that I teach in the Gambling Addictions Breakthrough Academy in order for you to get to step B. You got to get closure. You got to let go of that past hurt. It's painful because the more you think about it, the more pain, the more chemical. When you think about bad things, when you think about bad memories, your brain releases a chemical into your body, and it's a stress hormone. And pardon my French, it fucks you up inside. We got to stay away from it. It's all up here. It's a matter of a decision. Laura says, okay, we've got a few minutes. I hope you guys if you stick with me, I'm going to really kind of take you through a life hack, a really cool life hack at the end of the broadcast to help you. Okay, I help the programs, the videos, and, I've had help. Okay, I've had help, and I just share. I've had help and I share. That's all I do, man. And some things I come up with, I design and I create. But believe me, my friends, I'm not self-made. They've got millionaires that say they're self-made millionaires. No such thing. We need each other. We need mentors. We need coaches. We need teachers. We need people in our lives that are willing to tell us the truth. We need people in our lives that are willing to show us the example. They're not bullshitters. They're not gossipers. They're not daydreamers. They're doing it. They're going through the pain. They're making sure that, they're going through the torture. They're going through the growth. And that's what we need in our lives. If we don't have that in our lives, my friend, we are going backwards. We're going backwards. We're going to go down. We're going to bleed. All right, let's get into the proverb because time is moving along. The proverb is Romans 8 today. Therefore, there is now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made me free from the law of sin and death. My friends, we have grace. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I need to hear these words. And if you send me an email, send me your email. I will send you a copy. I will send you an ebook copy of the new improved version of the Little Red Book. I'd love to put this book in your hands. It's a great tool. This book has a plan inside of it. This book has a plan inside. If you follow, like they say, when the pupil's ready, the teacher will appear. All right. So send me your email and I will get that book out to you. Now, there was another statement or another question. Um, you can take what you have, look to the future and build. Do it, Keith. Mark Cameron says. All right. Okay, we're coming down. We've got a little bit of time. By the way, I go live on TikTok at 8 o'clock on Sundays. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I do a little bit of questions and answers there. I'm kind of starting out. You're welcome to join me there. And I'm also going to be doing a Wednesday live. I'm going to test it to see how it goes. A Wednesday live right here. Another solutions, your solution, your solution and your answer on Wednesday with the world's #1 problem gambling interventionist, Santos Rolon Jr. As a matter of fact, I might have even forgotten to say my name. I am Santos Rolon Jr., Stockton, California. All right. I'm looking for questions. I'm looking for questions. Oh, there was one thing that I wanted to do, if I can find it. Oh, okay, that's not going to work. So, any questions? If I don't get any more questions, I'll get into the tip here. We'll end the program at about 30 minutes or so. And I'll share the tip with you guys. It's going to be a quick tip, badass tip. I'll tell you what, I use that life hack every day. Every day I use that life hack, man. And it is a phenomenal one. It's simple, it's cheap, doesn't cost you anything, and it'll elevate you. It'll elevate you from here to here, to here, to here. Let me see. You got a question. Never alone. Always remember someone is going through. DC native. Exactly. Yes. Okay. What do you got, my friend? My last. How did you know you were done gambling? Good question. How did I know? Well, I'll tell you what. I can tell you this time. I can walk through a casino, and I don't advocate this. I would not tell you to walk through a casino unless you're me, because I know for a fact that I can walk through a casino and I've crushed it. It's under my feet. Now, I got, as I mentioned this, I got into a casino hotel, not because I wanted to be there, but I just proved to myself that what I got works. I just proved to myself that what I have continually works. It's kept me free. It's keeping me free. This is what I'm sharing with you. So if you want the best, if you want it from the expert, if you want it from the guy, if you want it from the source, Soldiers of Self-Mastery. There's no other place. There's a lot of, what is it, Gamblers Anonymous. There's addiction coaches out there. There's a lot of programs. There's a lot of places out there, but I'm not going to compare myself to them. I just consider myself the #1. That's how I feel, and that's my stake. So maybe that answered your question. Something happened in my spirit. Something after working myself over, after journaling and video therapy and hiring coaches, if you will. I've hired coaches to help me. Something happened in my spirit, and I knew, there was that place where I wasn't sure, right? Like you kind of struggling a little bit and you're just not sure, but you keep pressing on, man. You keep pressing on. On Sunday night, I met Keith Hoskins. Who is Keith Hoskins? Keith Hoskins is a pretty big fella. He's about 310 pounds. He's referred to as the muscle of the Discovery show called Diesel Brothers. I believe it's called Diesel Brothers. Two things that I walked away from listening to a short speech from Mr. Hoskins. He said, number one, focus on one thing with intensity. Forget about, we're so scattered. It's like scrambled eggs. We got to let all that go and focus on one thing. What's one thing that you can begin focusing on immediately? Just one thing. You know, that one thing could branch out into many areas in your life. Yet sometimes we might find ourselves trying to fix all these other areas that all we have to do is just get one main goal. And you know what it is. You know what it is. And you launch that one goal and it begins to spread out into your life, man. He said two things, right? Focus on one goal. And the other one, he said, pardon my French, he said, fuck fear and go to work. That's exactly how he said it. Now, if you don't know who he is, check him out. His name is Keaston Hoskins, the Diesel Brothers on the Discovery Show. And I walked away from that thinking, you know, there's such an urgency for us to get our shit together. There's such an urgency for us to really get our shit together. I've had a business I launched. I can't brag about the business I've been failing through. I got certified as a life coach. I haven't had that many clients. I struggled. I've hired some people. They took advantage of me. I lost some money there. But you know what? I've gained perspective. I'm not bitter. And I'm sharing you. You could do the same thing. I don't care what you go through. You can go through shit, man. You can go through shit. And as long as you're around the right people and the right energy, you can get through it fast. And that's the key. That is the key, is making sure that you are around community, around people that will help you get there faster. And it's up here. Remember, mind-mouth power connection. Mind-mouth power congruency. When you start talking to yourself like I do, like I talk to myself and what I say, similar, man, it's going to be a game changer for you. Game changer. Remember, you got this, you've got your mind, and then you've got your... The problem is that most of you friends, guess, you're hanging out where the ganglia is. The ganglia, right in there. Feelings and emotions and comfort. And, you know, you get pushed a little bit, you pull back, and man, you got to get out of there and get to the front of the brain and say, you know what? This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. You're going to wake up better. You're going to feel more better. Yeah, some people are going to hate. Some people are just going to hate. There's going to be haters out there. You know what? So what? So what? Come. I'm inviting the haters to come to me. Come to me, haters. Come. Wherever you are, come. I'm waiting for you. I want haters I want them all over the place. I want to show them that I can bust through all that darkness. Pierce the light. You know, it's like I got this really cool flashlight I bought the other day, man. It's a small one, but it's bright as heck. LED. And that's how, you know what, man? That's how it is, man. That's how it needs to be, my friends. You know, we put up with so much garbage in our lives. We put up with so much of our own stinking thinking. We gamble, we smoke, we drink, we feed on garbage food all the time. We should only limit that. And then we listen to the wrong people. When was the last time that you had a conversation with somebody and you're listening to them and it's really not making any sense to you? It's not helping you. You ever have those conversations? I'd rather stay away from those things. I don't have time. I might die tomorrow. What if I die tomorrow? This is real. I got to get done what I got to get done today. I got to do my best on this live feed. Never know. We got to get done. We got to get it done, my friends. Paul Hunt. That name looks familiar. Online gambling didn't destroy you. You chose to gamble. Yes, we choose to gamble, but you got to remember, sometimes we're influenced. Also, if you're a young person, listen, if you've got children at home and you're not monitoring what they're watching on the phone, you know, Candy Crush, those types of games, Candy Crush, there's a couple of other ones. I've been thinking, wonder why those games are out there. And a lot of young people, even older people, they get involved with these games. And next to you know, they're migrating into the casinos. My friends, your children could be at stake. That's how serious this thing is. And if you don't know, if you're not aware, my friend, this is the reality of what's going on. The artificial intelligence, the technology, we are headed more and more towards digital. A lot of things are going to be let go, and we're going to be moving into all this new technology. Advertisements, marketing. If you are not in control of your mind, you will be easily persuaded. You will be deceived, my friend. That's how bad it's getting. And our children are there. Our children are there. We got to watch over them. We got to warn them. What are you looking at? What games are you playing? Don't get caught up. And the reason why these young people, they start seeing money. I met a 17-year-old at the function in Las Vegas, a 17-year young lady with her own business. In a bit of a struggle because mom and dad don't really agree with that. But she's got some success. I won't mention her name because who knows? The mom's starting to come around. You know, 17 years young lady. She's real tall compared to me. She's like Amazon. That moves me, man. We got young people sitting around watching Instagram, YouTube videos, and just wasting their lives. We got to stand up and tell the truth. Look at this, 30 minutes. We got to stand up and tell the truth. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, I met some individuals actually at the event that I was at, networking event for coaches, that are doing very well with some programs on cryptocurrency. I'm going to be looking into that. And if there's somebody that's interested, we can connect and I can share really cool things. A lot of great things are going to be coming. I'm telling you, man, if you've never been to Las Vegas, wow. I was driving down the main street, Tropicana, and I was getting dizzy just looking around. I wouldn't go there as a gambler, that's for sure. All right. Any questions? Any more questions? Let me see what I'd get Santos to counsel you. Try it. Well, I don't do counseling per se. I do coaching and guiding. Counseling is a bit different. I do, but there are many counselors out there. I just don't. I've heard a lot of people that went to counselors and they're still the same. So for me, it's a coach or a mentor. If it's a counselor, that counselor really, really has to know. But the thing about counselors is they're more focused on healing, right? They're more focused on kind of looking at the past. The coach is there to help you see the future. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to open the door for you so that you can actually see into your future. And when we sit together, that's exactly what I do. I allow you to see into your future. So therefore, coaching. But thank you, Laura, for bringing that up. All right, I got to get the tip in here, my friends. I got to get your tip in here. I haven't gambled in over 2 years and probably lost over 30,000. Wow. Yeah. All right, my friends. We're coming down to the end of the wire. We've got one tip tonight. I'm going to share you here in a few minutes. What's this? If you got a counselor, the Mental Health Act has to come into question. Possibly. Yeah. I mean, why we all so greedy one day at a time. and do another form of gambling. Well, I believe it's because of sin in our lives. That's what I believe. A lot of people don't teach that. They're not going to say it. What is sin? Sin is something that's we're not going to understand it. It's part of our nature. It's part of our dark nature is what it is. And that's what we battle with, your flesh. You see, we know what to do. We all know what to do. If I asked you how could you get free, you could actually tell me how you could get free. The problem that we have is that we can't take action because we're in a prison. You can't get out, right? You can't be a free man if you're inside the prison. And you know there's a lot of prisoners that have great ideas in the prison. In fact, in the prisons, they create nice things. They create really special projects, but they're inside, and you can't get that out because you're inside the prison. You have to open the doors and get out of the prison in order to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. Now, in 2014, when I hit rock bottom, I can't say that I just said, yep, you know what? I'm free. I'm going to tackle this thing. And it just happened. No, it didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. I went back to gambling in 2014. And in 2015, I struggled. But yet I was fighting. In 2014, I made a vow and I said, you know what? I am going to conquer this thing. And I struggled through my vow. That's why I can tell you today that I'm free, because I struggled through my vow. Now, it took me a couple of years to get to where I am. I can show you how to get there a lot faster. I can show you how to get to there faster. Now, here's what I did. I took journals, okay? I took journals. I bought journals. I would go to the dollar store. And I would buy journals. I would buy 5, 6, 7 journals. Maybe back then I wasn't buying them at the dollar store, but I would go and buy journals because I had read, and I had learned that there's different things that you can do, and writing, something that I never did before, writing is very, very, there's not only healing in writing, but there's a lot of freedom. There's a lot of release. There's a lot of release in writing. So what I would do is, even though my head was fucked up, I would sit there, man, and I would look at the page and I would think, man, you know, who do I want to be, man? Who do I want to be? What is it that I want to achieve? I definitely don't want to stay in this area that I've been fighting. That's not good. So I had to write about the opposite. And I would write, I sit there and I'd write, and sometimes I'd scratch the whole page. And then what began to happen is, as I began to write more and more, I actually began to see an image in the pages. I began to see a picture in what I was writing, and I was getting more excited. So what I would do is I would spend more time writing, and I would just continue to write. I want to speak. I want to be on videos. I want to share with people. And I'm going to be the very best that I can be to help people. And I'm going to overcome this thing. I promised myself. And I kept writing it over and over. And I just wrote it over and over and over and over. Now, there's ways to do this a lot faster instead of just writing. You can use digital means. You can even use your voice today. My point in all of this, if you don't have any direction, if you don't have a vision of where you want to go or what it is that you want to become, you can't be there. You can't go there. You cannot experience that freedom. Why? Because you're inside your own mental prison. Journaling is something that I hold in high regard. I don't take it lightly at all. At all. I hold it in high regard. In fact, I believe that's one of the things that I put in my book. I believe I probably did. Let me look. 15-Minute Mornings book. I might have. If I didn't, it's in one of the other books that I have. Oh, no, it is. Journaling. It's right there. Journaling. Man, one of the most powerful uh, life hacks that you can use alone. Alone, you can use that life hack alone, just a pad and a pencil with yourself over and over, and it's not wasted time. It's not wasted time. I'm living the life today that I wrote about 3-4 years ago. I'm living the life today that I wrote about 3, 4, 5 years ago, however long it was. That's my tip, my friends. That's all I have. I hope that you take this tip. I hope that you take this journaling with yourself more serious from today on. All right. We're going to go 5 more minutes. Tennis V Star. She says, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank all of you guys for joining. Let me see, Jim. Jim says, I feel we're almost there. We've got a couple minutes. I feel that we have all been brainwashed, programmed. Yes, exactly. We are being programmed. Yes, you are being programmed. Exactly. Yes. That's what we have to be aware of. You see, wherever you go, if you go to your friend's house, do you know your friend very well? You go to your friend's house, you are being influenced. If we got it, we must. You must know. There's a lot of stuff going on, and if our mind is not focused on where we need to go, I'm telling you, yes, Jim, yes. Most people are being brainwashed. Yep. Thank you. You're very welcome. Submit to the power of God. Yes, every morning, submit yourself. Give yourself over to God and say, you know what, God? Use me. Use me. Have mercy on me. Guide me. Yes, I agree with that. I don't go to church, okay? And I'm not here to try to teach religion to anybody. I do read the Bible and I share the Bible because the Bible is something that I meditate on every single day and it helps me. So I share it. No shame in my game. Don't ask me to go to church because I'm not going there. So anyways, enough ranting there. They are alive. Okay, my friends, going against the evil norms. Wednesday, join me. I will be here, Lord willing. I didn't do it last Wednesday, and I said I would. I apologize. I was on the road. So Wednesday, 7 p.m., we will do a 30-minute broadcast live right here. Okay? Family, and by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Queens. Happy Mother's Day. Hugo C. All right. Don't go to church. Follow the scriptures. Follow the word, the proverb. Yes. Okay, my friends. Hugo C., Paul Hunt, Mark Cameron, Cameroon, Mark Swihart. Let me see. Matt, Jim Yumoto, Tennis V-Star. Tennis LV Star. Who else was here? Let me see. There was Natalia Donis. Oh, I missed Natalia. Hi. And there was a young man. I advised to send me your email. You gave me, let me see, who was that? You gave me the donation. That was Bad Keith. Send me your email and I will send you an ebook, my good friend. Thank you for the donation. My friends, until Monday, until the next time we meet, may you be stronger and may you be completely focused using your journaling method. From the world's #1 problem gambling interventionist, Santos Rolon Jr., I salute you and I thank you for hanging out with me on this Solutions and Answers live broadcast. I'll see you at the top on the inside on my next one.